All right, we'll go ahead and get started. Welcome to the top 4+1 websites for free online cyber investigation training for law enforcement. The training we're talking about today is not going to be your CPR research. It's not going to be your fire extinguisher training. It's not they believe it what it was, pass, pull, aim, squeeze, and sweep. That's what it was, I believe, last time I took it. And it's not what we're talking about. It's not stuff you're falling asleep at. This is actually going to be over 2,000 hours of training that you're actually going to be able to use. It's actually going to make you a better police officer, a better sheriff's deputy, a better investigator. We have a goal with this, and that goal is to give you these tools for you to be able to advance your investigative abilities from your cruiser or from your desk without having to worry about travel cost, travel time, missing days of work, schedule problems. This is going to be stuff you can do on your downtime. You have a few minutes here and there at your own pace and take these classes and be a better officer, be a better deputy, or be a better investigator. I'm also going to make you a promise. At the end of this presentation, I'm going to give you these 4 sites plus one, which are totally free. Well, mostly free. There's a couple things you can pay for if you want to. But at the end, I'm going to make you an offer. I'm going to offer to help you make sense of this, put this in a training package for you to use for yourself, for your agency, whatever you want to do. And that's going to be totally free. I'm also going to give you a couple add-ons, a special site or two that really are the gold standard of training in the U.S. today. And if this can help you literally change your department, because it did for me as well. And then I'll give you a bonus gift, something we'll talk about here in just a minute. So let's go ahead and get started. Just a quick blurb about me. My name is Michael Lemon. I own Millstone Labs. Started Millstone Labs in 2015 when I retired from my police department. I was the first cyber cop there, did computers and cell phone exams for around 8 years, and realized that every agency needed this ability. Every small agency, whether it's from 1 to 50 or 100 officers, deputies, needed this ability to do their own forensics. So I started a lab in Bowling Green, Kentucky, let officers come to our lab, train them on how to do these exams, and let them have a lab here. We quickly realized that, they needed to be able to do it from their agency, their department, their office. So we've developed a way for them to do that. They're getting some really great results, and we can talk about that later, but let's go ahead and get started in this training. All right, first up is the FBI CICP program, the Cyber Investigator Certificate Program. Great training. I've had a lot of people have gone through this that I've talked to or are actually going through this right now, speak very, very highly of it. They say, it's got some of the best videos. It's professional. Looks like it's something made out of Hollywood. It's that good. And it's really designed for patrol and investigators as well. For anyone from somebody who has 0 experience to just a little bit of experience, to even some people have pretty good experience. It's going to help them and make them better at what they do. You really start with from how to identify, seize, what digital evidence is, and then goes all the way through. You're actually working cases and using evidence that you've recovered on scene, whether you recovered online, and it teaches you how to work 4 cases in particular: a digital harassment, online fraud, child enticement, which we're dealing with daily basis, and then identity theft. At the end of this, you'll get a training certificate from the FBI, and it's really one of the top online schools or online trainings that we could recommend. But so say you have more interest in this. How do you get going? Well, first, you just have to go to the quick start guide here. You click on the quick start guide. It comes up here. It's a PDF. Gives you some information about the welcoming, also the system requirements for your computer. A big one here. You need to make sure that you have the ability to stream videos, because these are going to be videos for any site you go to. You're going to need to have streaming video ability with a decent Wi-Fi or internet connection. The only thing you really need to do is the next step here: become a registered user, become a user, sign up for a Leap account. It gives you the information here, gives you the website here, and once you're there, you'll be able to click on into these training portal and take these classes. This user guide here really takes you step by step, every single thing you need to do, every part of this training that's on there. It really just lays it out for you. They've done a really good job of what I call making it cop proof, because if I can understand it, it's pretty understandable. Two things that I've heard about from the people who have used it is the big benefits of this. Not only is it good quality, but also you can have these custom or these course forums here where you can ask questions, other students can answer them for you, or the instructors can answer them for you, or you can answer some questions other people may have. It's been very helpful for them, and at the end you get what everyone wants, their course completion certificate from the FBI First Responders course. Looks good when you go to court, looks good when you're doing investigations. It's definitely a perk to every course you have to be able to have a certificate for your when you go to court, to be able to pull those out if you need to, or at least reference them and say that you've been trained in how to do these things. All right, search.org. If you're not using it, you need to be. Even if you're not using it for training, you need to be using it for this right here, the ISP list. If you have to send a search warrant, if you need to send a subpoena, preservation letter, and if you don't know what those are, let it contact us. We can help you find out what those are, or take these courses. They'll explain them to you as well. But where do I send this stuff? Where do I send stuff to AT&T? Where do I send stuff to Facebook? The resources, ISP list. Click right here. There you go. All right, so if you want to go to, let's see, where's Facebook? Guess that'd be down the F's. Facebook Incorporated. Here's the information on it. Where do you send it to? You send it here. How do you send it to them? All that information is here. Here's some guidelines. Here's some information on these different user guides. All the information, how you send it, how you give it to them, how you send it to them, which there's a portal for Facebook here you can log into, and they'll take you step by step how to do it. But if you're not doing anything else with this, you need to be able to find where you send subpoenas. So it's a great resource. So what we want to talk about real quick is the high-tech crime investigative resource. Click on there. And you'll come over to here. So scroll down. Here is what they have to offer. They have a podcast series. You can click on there, listen to these different podcast series that they fairly regularly update. It's a newer thing they're doing. Or if you need, as we said, the ISP contacts. The ISP list will give you who to send it to, but they also have these online law enforcement guides for all these different companies. So you need to know exactly what to ask for and how to ask for it, what you can get with a subpoena versus what you can get with a search warrant. All that information is in here because everyone is different. The investigative toolbar we won't go into. They have some free online training courses. This is a good one for you. What we're going to be talking about. The social networking site. Heard that was a very good site. I've not taken that one yet. But that was a very good tools and technique class involving social network. Because nowadays, what doesn't involve social network? If it involves a crime, it involves a phone, and that person is on Facebook, they're on Twitter, they're on all these different sites. So you need to be able to investigate not only for electronic evidence on site, but also online. And this is a great class to start there. And the basic computer skills, I've heard that was a very basic class. I have not taken that. Network investigation, this is a pre-course for an advanced training, which is network investigation. You can take that if you want to, but it's just the online course if you want to take the actual in-person course, which is the network investigation. Here is probably the best course, I believe, on search.org. It's a crime involving handheld devices. This was put together with several different organizations, including Drexel University and BK Forensics, U.S. Department of Justice, Bureau of Justice, put this together. I've taken this class. It's a very good class. Now, I've taken this class after I've been doing online investigations. I've been taking this class after I've had a bunch of training, but it still held my attention. It was very interesting. I actually learned several things in there that I really hadn't paid attention to. So it's, whether you're new, you definitely need this class. But if you're an intermediate or a more advanced investigator, it's still going to benefit you to take this class. Also, at the end, you get your certificate, as we said, very important for court, and you can take a certification test through BK Forensics and become a certified. I can't remember the exact name of it off the top of my head, but it's a certified, something to do with the collection of the evidence. So you can have it certified. I'll think of it in a minute, but I can't think of it right now. Too many classes over the years. So search.org, excellent. This is definitely another one I would recommend to every officer, every deputy, and every investigator. Awesome class. You can go ahead and hit the course overview and click right there and bring it up here. It'll go over all the different lessons. I believe there's 11 in total. All the learning objectives for each lesson, from just the introduction to the legal side of things, which is always very important to remember. Potential for crimes associated with that. How to identify mobile devices, which back a few years ago wasn't that difficult. It was a phone or it wasn't. Now you have phones, smartwatches. You've got things that never would have been connected before, such as smart TVs, smart refrigerators, smart thermostats. All these things you can think of as now they are can be related to these crimes. How to link evidence, how to properly seize it. Some actual pretty good case studies. Device overviews, networking technologies. You got to remember how things come together, how things are used, how things are connected together to be able to put your case together. And then criminal justice issues. As I said before, this is a great class put together by some very good people. Definitely highly recommend this one. If you only can take one, this would be one of the two that I would definitely recommend taking for everyone. All right, number 3 is the NW3C, which is the National White Collar Crime Center. This is the mecca of training for law enforcement having to do with either white collar crime or some type of electronic crime, cyber investigation, those types of things. They have more training than anyone I know of, online and classroom. And if you're an officer, if you're a member of the NW3C, which it's pretty easy to become one, just contact them and you can become a member. They actually have a way now to become a member if you're not in law enforcement, or if you're a business, you can be part of the there it is, the IACECP, and still take some of these classes. Excellent training. I've been to many of these classes, and some of the best around. But let's hop on they're all free to law enforcement. So let's hop on the online training that we talked about. Not leaving your seat, not leaving your PD, your SO to take this training. All right, so the next one we're going to talk about today is the NCJTC, the National Criminal Justice Training Center from Fox Valley Training College. They do a lot of great training. Most of their training is in person. Most of it is free, but there are some that are pay sites, but they're not crazy expensive as far as training goes. And they're very good trainings. So let's look at explore the training. All right, when you click on the Explore Training tab, it comes down to here. As you can see, there are a lot of different training subject areas, from alcohol and substance abuse to sex offender management, technology facilitated crimes against children, leadership, technology issues, victims at risk. So let's go ahead and click on one of these. Let's look at technology investigations. Now, this is one of them. this is the main topic, but there's several subtopics in each one of these. So like the first one here is a digital evidence seminar, an overview of digital evidence in social media and child abduction cases. These are actual classroom trainings. This one has no fee. I'll tell you here if it has a fee, and I'll also tell you when the next one is here, August 27th, just a few months or a couple months away. So it also, next one is mobile device investigations, a little more in depth, and it also costs $400 for this. As I said, some are free, some are not, but these are definitely really, really good trainings that you can go to. Very similar to kind of the offerings of NW3C, but these are open to people beyond just law enforcement, and they do cost sometimes. You also have a on-demand training here, which is webinar based, and you can go through the community training catalog or the criminal justice professional catalog. 52 different offerings. Most of these are webinars or e-learning, and just check out the catalog here. As you can see, there are a ton of webinars that you can take, from child abduction, child sex trafficking, initial response to child deaths. All these would be great trainings for investigators and patrol as well, because who comes first to child deaths? It's usually patrol. Investigating computer crimes, law enforcement response to sexting investigations. How many of us are dealing with Snapchat at our middle schools and high schools, even elementary schools now? How are you dealing with them? Do you have a plan? It's a good webinar here to see exactly how you can build a plan to be able to handle these types of cases. So you can just go here, check here. You actually have to make a user profile with the NCJTC, and then you can start subscribing and start taking these classes, these webinars, and these e-learning modules. Great opportunity, great strategy for getting trained, as well as you can be trained in many different facets of law enforcement. All right, as I said, I was going to give you the +1, and this is the +1. It's the ICAC, Internet Crimes Against Children program. If you're not a member, you should be a member if you were in law enforcement. It's the Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force program, and every state, as you see down here, has a local task force representative. In Kentucky here, it is the Kentucky State Police. Most of the time, it's either the state police or the Attorney General's office. But you can become a part of this, and there's a couple reasons you want to become a part of this. One is the training that's involved with it. They can provide you training, send you to training, and actually pay for the training. There's for a couple different steps. One is your basic kind of introduction class, and then they have peer-to-peer classes, and they also have chatting classes to be able to chat with these pedophiles online and attempt to identify and arrest these people. Excellent task force to work with, as I've done for many years, and really kind of put me where I am today, being part of that task force. So if you want to become a part of one of these task force, you need to find who your task force agency is, which you can do here on this site here, and contact them. Let them know you want to become a member. They'll tell you what you need to do, what the standards are, what the training is, and get you started through the training program. I definitely recommend an ICAC task force person to be part of every single police or sheriff's office. Okay, now we're going to talk about a gold standard of training. Well, this one is the Internet Crimes Against Children. This one here has to do with the U.S. Secret Service Electronic Crimes Task Force. If you are a member, all you have to do to become a member is contact your local U.S. Secret Service office. Tell them you want to become a member. There's a few steps you got to take, and you can become members. Once you're a member, they can actually put your name in a hat, essentially, to go to some of these trainings. These trainings are literally outstanding. It's usually a week, 2, 3, 4, up to 5 weeks of training. They pay for everything. They pay for your software, they pay for your hardware, they pay for your lodging, even give you per diem. It's really, really, really good training, and your agency will not be out a dime except for your time away. And what they get back from you being gone for 3 to 4 to 5 weeks of training is tens, 20, 30, 40, $50,000 worth of hardware, software, and training. Really, really incredible offer they have here. So let's look at some of the courses that you can take. These are for police, these are for prosecutors, and they're for judges. The last two there are very important. If you are taking crimes or computer, electronic facilitated crimes to the prosecutors, to your judges, they have to be able to understand exactly what you're doing. You can build the best case in the world. If they can't understand what it is or how you did it, it's really going to be worthless. So we can start here at the bottom and see that they actually have a class just for prosecutors or just for judges. They can come there, same thing, they'll get paid, or they'll be taken care of as far as the payment of the class is free, and the housing's free, the lodging's free. It's really, really great training. Some of our prosecutors have been to it, and they really raved about it. They've come back much more on the ball with our be able to handle our digital cases, or cases that involve digital evidence. But you can start here with kind of the first responders, your basic investigator computer and electronic crimes program, your basic mobile device investigation, network investigation, social networking investigations, all good classes. Now, if you're on this site and you want to know what these classes are and how long they are, come over here to View, and here it'll pop up here, tell you what it is, what the training, kind of the course entails, and tell you if there's a prerequisite or not, which most of these don't have one. But if you come down here, usually those basic ones I believe are about a week to 2 weeks long. Now, when you get into the examiner courses, these are, mine was 5 weeks. It doesn't say here exactly what it is, but to go to the 5-week courses, which is the big computer investigation or computer examination course, you have to have BICEP or some type of equivalent training. My equivalent training was all my NW3C training. They accepted that as my prerequisites. The mobile device examiner, I've had several friends go through that. It's a 20-day course, pretty long, but it's a 20-day course. But they came back with multiple software tools, or you're talking tens of thousands of dollars per tool. They came back with multiple of those, and be able to examine all kinds of computers, cell phones, mobile PDAs, and GPSs. Excellent courses, and they've done a lot of great things with it. Something that has changed since I went through it, I believe, was something I've heard through other people, is they've stopped supporting after. Basically, you get a software license and it's good for a year. After that, they had been paying for it when I was an officer for many years, but I believe they've cut back and limited the number of times they will renew your license. So eventually you will have to, or your agency will have to, actually pick up those the cost of that. But you have the computer examination, your mobile device examination, and your network intrusion are your big three. Now your advanced courses, so they start here with basic. They go to your kind of first step in examinations, and then they go to the advanced portions. So your advanced forensic training, your advanced mobile device training, or your Mac forensic training. Excellent courses. All of them are generally, it's a 10-day course. Mobile device is a 5-day course, but again, you get more. You get another computer, you get more softwares. Excellent course. Go to these if you can. So we've given you our four top training sites that you can either go to take training online, or you can go and take training in person for free. We've given you the +1 with it being the ICAC, and then the gold standard, which is the NCFI. Awesome training all involved with that. Now here's our offer. If you say, hey, I want to start this, but this is just so much information, or this is so much information and it's so much a problem to try to figure out what I need to go to first, what I need to go to second, what's going to fit me or what's going to fit my agency, my offer is this. Our number's up here, 877-93-CYBER. My extension, there's the actual 932-2937, or the emails here. My extension with the 93-CYBER is extension 101, or send me an email in the info, and I will sit down with you or over the phone and map out a training program for you. If you want one for your patrol, if you want one for just investigations, or if you want one for your whole department. How can I get my whole department trained up as fast as possible? I will sit down with you. We've done it. I've done it. We've had great success in my department. We've gone from when I first became an examiner in 2008. I was at the NCFI. I was actually in the second class when an NCFI opened in 2008. When I came back, I examined one computer that year. I realized that we needed to be training people, so we started training investigations. Next year, I examined 36 computers. We did that same training, took it to patrol, and the next year I examined 120 computers. It's not that we had that many more crimes involving computers, it's that people actually understood why to take a computer, why to take a cell phone. And we started doing cell phones that year, and the next year we're up to almost 200 computers or cell phones. Just because people understood how to take it, why to take it, and what to do. So if you want to do this, if you're saying, hey, we've got to be able to come to the 21st century. I need our patrol officers, our patrol deputies, to be able to find this evidence either on scene or online, and we need to be able to have them trained to be able to do this, but we don't know how. We need some help. Well, we're here to help. That's what we do. So call us, give me an email, and we'll schedule a time to sit down or go over the phone, and we'll map out a training program for your department, for your office, and figure out exactly how to get you caught up, to get you really to be one of the elite agencies in your state or this nation that can actually, from the newest rookie to the most veteran, being able to handle digital or electronic evidence, computers, cell phones, tablets, all these things, and be able to find information, find evidence on them without losing them because you don't know what to do with them. You leave them at a scene, you overlook them. We can actually help you find evidence in just about every case that you're working. So if you want to give us a ring, we'd appreciate that. We'd love to talk to you, sit down with you. So now for the bonus gift I'm going to give you. This bonus gift is a free 30-day license. Free 30-day license plus training. So we're going to give you the license and training on how to do cell phones. Not just take stuff to the state police and wait 3 months, but actually be able to do cell phones, examine cell phones, and examine 3 cell phones at one time from your desk. Get your stuff back in a couple hours instead of waiting months or a year to get these pieces of evidence back. The website here is called Cybercops Online, cybercopsonline.com. You can go there if you want to see some more information about it, or you can just give us a call and email from before. Here's some information, some training that we've did recently involving 9 different agencies. They've done great work. When I say great work, one in particular arrested 3 teachers this semester for having inappropriate relationships with children based on their ability to examine their cell phones within an hour and make an arrest within 2 hours from the initial call. They've done great work. Just some of the things we've been on. We've done a lot of interviews. Here's the benefits that our partners are getting. Literally evidence in hours. We're talking 2 hours for a cell phone, you're going to spend that driving to the state lab. You can get your stuff back right then. Very budget friendly. Our smallest department is a one-person department. If they can afford it, everyone can afford it, and that's what we want to do, is make this affordable for everyone. These are some of our partner agencies. We have sheriff's office, police departments, drug task forces, all of them doing great work. And there's some video testimonies from some of our clients here. If you say, hey, Mike can be full of crap, who do we know? Well, these people have been with us since we've started, and they can tell you exactly how it is to have us helping them. So if you're interested in getting a game plan together for your patrol division, for your investigation division, or your entire department, just give us a ring. If you're interested in doing your exams and getting 3 phones done at one time, you're tired of being turned away by the big agencies saying they don't have time for you. They'll get to you in 3 or 6 months. Or you're really just sick of hearing about how great this new $10,000 tool is, or how great the $3,000 class is, when you're just trying to make sure that you have enough money to pay for the overtime this month. Let us help. This is exactly why we're here. We've been there, we've dealt with these problems, and we've found the solution. So give us a call at Millstone Labs, 1-877-93-CYBER. Give us an email, info@millstonelabsllc.com, or go to Cyber Cops online and click the Start Your 30-Day Trial today. We'll get you hooked up, and we'll get you on the right path. We're all former cops, every single one of us, and we're here to help. So give us a ring, give us an email, or hit us up online. Again, my name is Mike Lemon with Millstone Labs. Hope you all stay safe. Hope you enjoyed the training. Hope you get something out of it. And again, let us know any way we can help. Because we are here to help. Thanks again. Have a great day.